Hey folks, Nathan here. This is my YouTube channel, lots of Star Wars content, but also PlayStation VR. Let's Plays to give you a sense of how things play, see what's worth your money and that sort of thing, though not necessarily reviews per se. I'm going to do a quick run through here of another section of Farpoint. Yesterday, I took you through a couple of sections that were actually back-to-back, and we did that comparison where there's a regular live stream, but then there's also a recording of me doing the live stream so you can see me as I play. All I really want to do here is just take you through another section, because I've had some people asking, hey, are there other, are there other weapons? Are there other, basically other weapons? Are there other, what am I looking for? Enemies to fight and that sort of thing beyond what I showed you before. So that's what I want to get a chance to show you here. I'm trying to kind of make sure that everything's lined up correctly here for me. All right, so this is the menu. Didn't actually see this before. You can just knock the shit out of everything in the menu for some ridiculous reason. Again, you're choosing your information here. I'm going to go with story, and it's going to load where I left off. Again, if you're playing Farpoint and you're having trouble with turning, and you want to either do it smooth or in small doses or whatever, as opposed to using where you're pointing the gun to be what actually turns you, you can turn that on in the settings menu. Alright, still loading. Load time is a little slow. At least for the first moment that you're doing it. I feel like my hands are slightly off with the way I'm standing with the gun, but that's probably just me. Basically, I played through the next segment since the last time that I did the live stream. The next segment had more of the regular, like, bigger spiders, and then one enormous super spider-looking thing that came out that you had to basically blast in the mouth repeatedly, where it had, of course, the little globule thing. Alright, so I'm just after that segment. This is going to send me into the next, which is interesting because I've got the gun that I got in the last segment. Or in the segment after I did that. So, I'm going to run. Trying not to make this a particularly long stream this time. You'll notice that the sun is starting to go down. It looks like. Oh, I'm getting the flashing. Come on. Well. Crap. I don't know if you can hear me or not. I may have to stop the stream and restart it because I'm getting no picture on the TV or on the headset right now. So I'm going to have to figure out what the hell is wrong with my HDMI cables. Something is up. And I do not know what. Alright, that's one replugged. There we go. Alright, let's try this again. My bad. That is something that I see happen often, much more often with the Pro than with the regular PS4, that every great once in a while, excuse me here, every great once in a while, it's like the whatchamacallit, the HDMI handshake has an issue, and it happens almost every time I start a new PSVR game, and it'll flicker a little bit at the beginning of play and then be fine. In that case, it just completely... Like, I don't know if you could see anything. Oh, motherfucker, it's doing it again. There we go. Yeah, I couldn't see anything. The TV was showing nothing as a social screen either. So let's get back going. Okay. Yeah. This would not have been a good place to die. I did also notice, by the way, that I've been kind of... I can't believe that it sent me back this far after my saving. But whatever. You don't manually save, so if you're in the middle of a chapter, and apparently this is the beginning of the next chapter, and you exit, you will have to go back to the beginning of that chapter, regardless of how far into the chapter you have gotten. It is not like dying and coming back. The same checkpoints used for if you die are not used for this part, and I'm fucking dead. Because I can't shoot my grenades because I don't have the same gun anymore, because somehow it saved the new gun that I got. It did not save my progress. It sent me back to the beginning of the level. My point was to show you the new gun, which I guess I can show you here, and if I get to them in the short time that I have to stream here, I can show you that new type of enemy. Because so far it's all been these little creatures that all seem like they're sort of variants on the little wannabe spider-looking things. Some that spit, some that are full-size, some that are giant. So this is the other gun, the new gun I picked up. Switch guns. Kill these guys. Alright, so the new gun... Oh, there's another guy, another of the biggies. It's called the precision shot. You get it when you first encounter the new type of enemies that are like robots and things like that, cybernetic, whatever. So, take it out. It is essentially like a sniper rifle. And I did notice that what I've been doing as far as how I've been holding the gun to use the sight is alright, but there is a better way. I've been holding it kind of like this to be able to see the sight. You can actually take it up to your eye, and it's a better shot. So I'm going to switch to that big one, go up to my eye, it'll tell me when I'm locked on. The problem, of course, is that you only get 3 shots with that precision gun, and yes, it does replace whichever gun you put down. I put the shotgun down, which may not have been the smartest idea. Shit, and I'm fucking dead again. Fantastic. May have been a dumb idea to put down the shotgun because I used the shotgun when those things are running up on me. Yeah, this is not, even with it being VR and having the intuitive shooting controls, it is not an easy game necessarily. Because there are times where you will just be rushed by something that or have a swarm around you. You simply cannot blast your way through fast enough. Fighting against that giant boss in the part right before this one was ridiculous because you have a whole bunch of things coming around at you that you're constantly having to fight off while you're fighting the big boss, and if you don't take out the big boss fast enough, he will kill you. So, yeah. Kind of interesting. A challenge. Worthwhile. Probably better than it being, you know, not a challenge. Anyway, this gun, again, it's like a sniper rifle or a railgun kind of thing. Hold it up. Aim. Come on. Oh. Get off of me. Oh, nasty. Nasty. Ew. Okay. Yeah. It's not as powerful as I would have hoped. I probably should have gotten rid of this gun, even though I do like the rapid fire and just the spray and pray. Probably should have gotten rid of this gun and kept the shotgun to go with that sniper rifle looking thing. But them's the breaks. Come on. There we go. That took care of both of them that time. You do sometimes have enemies that'll appear basically at your feet, or they will appear right behind you. I swear to God, if I took out both of those big motherfuckers and then I die from these little ones, I'm not going to be happy. Come on. Anyway, they can appear at your feet and they can appear around you. In general, though, once they attack you, they will move back in front of you. That's sort of the game's way, I guess, of compensating for the fact... for the fact that you can't actually turn directly around, because if you were to turn directly around, it wouldn't be able to track the gun anymore. It is a one click. You don't have to hold this one down. You click once, it brings it back, brings it forward. Aim, shoot. And again, it's doing kind of this weird thing. Like, you'll see the crosshairs on the top, and it lines up with the reticle that has the dot and the thing around it. But then there'll be like these diagonal lines that come in and lock and show you that you're actually locked on an enemy. Alright, so let's see if I can show you those other enemy types. Really cannot believe how far back it throws you if you quit the game. It's kind of asinine. There need to be checkpoints more often, quite frankly. I mean, there are checkpoints that are actually pretty fine for if you die, but checkpoints for if you leave the game, not so much. Come on, motherfucker. Come on. Open wide. There we go. You can also, by the way, switch. Instead of doing this over-the-shoulder thing to switch your gun, you can hit the triangle button, which is right above your right thumbstick. You can also reload using square, which is the left button by the right thumbstick.
What the hell is that?
Alright, now we got some newbies. Alright. Let's smoke these little robo bastards. Yeah, so you go from an area that's the big bulk of the beginning of the game, which has like the little spider-looking things or crab-looking things, whatever. We'll call them spiders. The game creators call them spiders. You have the small ones, you have the spitters, you have the bigger ones that burrow under the ground and then come at you closer up, and you eventually have that big, massive monster version. But then you get to this part of the game, and now you are dealing with basically cybernetic creatures. Fortunately, whoa! I missed that the first time I was playing because I was too busy blowing these things up. Fortunately, once you get this gun, it's about a one-shot kill. The small ones don't take many hits. They do take more hits than the little, like, crab, spider-looking things, the small ones of that enemy variant type. Again, switching with the thumb. Although I really like the back-over-the-shoulder crap, which works really well. Kind of makes me wonder if my shotgun is still sitting down there somewhere. Bad thing about the sniper rifle is it doesn't look like it's got any kind of secondary fire. Or not sniper rifle, you know, precision shot, whatever. Alright, and apparently these things are not allies of each other, because you'll see the cybernetic little enemies attacking the big regular enemies here. Or creature enemies, whatever you want to call them. So let's pop some creatures. Big guy's dead. Damn it. Come on. There you go. You do get to a point here because the cybernetic creatures are shooters, whereas, you know, the crab-looking creatures, the spider-looking creatures, will tend to just, both the gigantic one and those little ones with the sacks on them will just lob those big balls of crap at you. These will tend to send you a lot of projectiles, so using cover becomes more important. It's mentioned in the trailer, this segment.
There's no way this is from the Pilgrim.
No, it's not.
Eva, maybe you should get out of there.
Perhaps you should.
No. No, I'm going to find it.
I see right through you. Whoosh, whoosh. She's going to press on. She's going to
Scan
survive.
for human remains.
All right. And now you got a much different landscape to fight in, because instead of it just being the rocky caverns, now you got rocky caverns strewn with a whole bunch of debris.
No results found.
Oh, I think I'm having an issue with where I'm standing. Yep. Turn back so I can face the TV. Close. There we go. Because I was having trouble tracking where I was pointing. Boom! One down. There's another of your friends down now. Dead. Now, I like this gun. First time I played this part, I was coming at it just with this and the shotgun. The shotgun isn't really able to do shots from quite as far away as well, because of course it's a shotgun. So let me show you kind of... Again, these don't take much to bring them down. But of course you got the fire raging, the little ashes and such. Well, if I could aim right, there we go. You see, it's not doesn't really take a ton to bring them down. It's just that the other gun is so much more efficient at it. Where's the other one? There it is. It's like, where the heck are the ones that are shooting at me? One, two, and there's another one out here somewhere. There's one way up there. Alright. Okay, there we go. Oh, another one. Biggest issue with these things is that at range it's kind of hard to see them. Come on. There you go. Alright. Okay. Alright, so this is basically about where I left off. It's this next segment here, which is actually where you get this gun. Again, why you are somehow allowed to keep this gun if you quit while you're on this part, and then have to restart the level, but you get to keep the gun, makes no sense to me whatsoever. But, whatever. So just like with the spiders, the different enemy types do have different sizes, right? Shit. Fucking hit him. There we go. Okay, there we go. So you're walking through the debris. Yeah, no big deal. Whatever, we can handle that. No problem. And then you make your way past some of the debris to this part. Wakey wakey!
Shit!
Whoa! And all of a sudden, cover becomes much more important. There we go. Alright. Now this gun you actually get over here where I'm aiming. There's like a spot over here where you would pick it up. I'm not going to do that yet because there's two more coming at me. Or that are about to come at me. And these guys will wind up with, I mean, you can shoot through any piece of the scenery. But these guys will eventually start firing those at you. And and you have to be careful of that. Plus the little guys keep coming. So what I found is better to do is to get the hell out of Dodge, if I can run fast enough here. And basically force them through this little area, which will kind of let the ceiling block the big missile barrages. See, like, he just fired those missiles, but they're all hitting the ceiling. They're not going to be able to get to me. So until the big guy gets up here, I can pick off the little bastards. There we go. That was not a lucky shot. That was just, there was a multiple. There's the other one. Around. Okay, just making sure those things were still too high, and more little bastards coming. The big guys I don't think will actually come in this little area. There he is. I think these big guys, if you hit them in the back, it's actually better, but it's a little tricky to do. Come on, buddy. There we go. Now he's dead, but then you still got more of these little buggers to contend with. And they can kill you. I mean, those lasers are no joke. The precision is pretty sweet, though. I mean, if you think about, you know, something like the old Super Scope or something like that on the Super Nintendo, to be able to really smoke something like that with the, you know, what's basically a piece of PVC pipe-looking thing with a move ball on the end of it, and be able to just pull up, aim, and fire if you actually line it up with your eyes right, if your hands aren't shaking as bad as mine. My hands, for the most part, are always shaking at least a little bit, thanks to medication that I have to take for migraine prevention and stuff like that. But yeah, so it's like right here. And so like you'll come in, and there'll be this thing, this UEP thing, and this little whatever, and this will be sitting up there, and like before, you'll take whichever weapon you want to switch out, lay it down, and pick this up in its place. You do get to choose, but you can only hold 2 weapons at a time, which makes sense because a lot of first-person shooters do that, but also just the fact that the idea is that you're switching out one on your back for the one you're holding. Then of course you can only hold a couple, right? That only makes sense. That's only logical. And again, you can sort of aim your gun for the direction you're going. I kind of hoped that when I got back here that my shotgun would be back, but apparently not. Oop. There we go. All right. Ha! Fire! Fire! Oh! More of these buggers.
Locate and scan all segments.
Okay. I will scan if you'll let me scan.
Whatever it is, it's alien. I think it's been here.
A lot longer than us.
Okay, this is the part that's from the trailer.
Which could mean one of 2 things. Either whatever was on it is dead by now,
Or
What?
or they've had time to breed.
they've had time to breed. Uh-oh!
This doesn't change the mission. Keep moving.
Alright. And it turns out, by the way, spoiler alert, that my comment on the last stream... Oh, frickin' A! My comment about space-time, continuum, shifts, and wormholes and all that turns out is correct. Oh! That was a quick death. Forgot that was there. And this, I guess, is showing you where your camera is, kind of. It's slightly off to the left of the camera. Oh, please tell me I'm not redoing this entire section again. Oh! I'm redoing this entire section again. Fantastic. Alright, so let me just for the sake of the stream, I'm going to go ahead and cut it off here. You've seen the finding there. The main thing I wanted to show you was that different gun, the precision shot, which now we've seen. Show you that there are new enemy types. It's not all just the little spider-looking things. We do have these flying, tailed, robotic drone, cybernetic drone-looking things, and these big sort of turret-based, turret-looking, like walking turret type of big robotic enemies, and that it's not all just the rocky cliff faces and such. You do also have areas, with the fire and the debris and that sort of thing. So there is some variance. As we see another particular area that has a lot of different variants, assuming that there is one coming up, then I'll do another Let's Play real quick to show you that one as well. But I just want to give you a chance to see that, to get a sense of just how the game does vary based on what we saw in those first two streams. I didn't want you to get the impression that it was all as straightforward and as uniform as those first two streams would have suggested. So, thank you for watching. Hope you will enjoy playing Farpoint. I have not tried it, by the way, with the DualShock 4, but I'm told trying to play this game with the DualShock 4 is ridiculously difficult. Something to do with actually having to aim by holding up the controller and lining up its little light on it with your target or something like that. I'm kind of almost afraid to try that, but I probably will at some point. So, again, if you're going to get Farpoint, I highly would advise getting the aim controller, which probably means waiting for the bundle to get back in stock that has the game and the controller. Otherwise, you're paying quite a bit more overall to get it. But thank you for watching, and we'll have more live streams in the future.